Hey guys, it's Cameron again, and I am back for a humongous book haul. I have 26 books here, which I know is crazy, but I go on big bargain hunts, and most of the books that I buy aren't more than like $8. A lot of them are $2 to $5, so these were all very, very inexpensive books. These were all books I bought during January and February this month. First, I'll start with the 4 books that were the most expensive. This is book 35 in the Nancy Drew series. This one is called The Haunted Showboat. This is a first edition, first printing. This book in this kind of condition would probably go for about $200 on eBay, and I got this for $25 at a used bookstore. Here I have the Barnes & Noble leatherbound edition of Aesop's Illustrated Fables. This book is beautiful. I love it so much. The illustrations inside are just amazing. It's completely illustrated. Every page has at least some kind of illustration, whether it's along the margins or a full page illustration or just a little illustration. The cover and the spine and the back, it's just the most gorgeous book. I'm so happy to have this. Then I picked up Ferris by Marissa Meyer. This is the novella-ish kind of book in the Lunar Chronicles series. Then the next book is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I picked this up for full price because I really wanted to read the series, and the second book just came out, and I wanted to go ahead and get it. So there's that. I will be reading this pretty soon. And all the rest of the books that I got were all bargain priced, so don't judge me. The first 4 here are books in the Animorphs series. Then I picked up the first book of the Blackwell Pages series by K.L. Armstrong and M.A. Marr. It's extremely hard to say. It's Norse mythology. I think I'm gonna like this. Then I picked up the first book in the Beyonders trilogy by Brandon Mull. I've been really wanting to read some of this guy's books, and it was really cheap, and it had a lenticular cover, and I had to buy it. Fire Chronicle by John Stevens. This is book 2 in the Books of Beginning trilogy. This was 99 cents on Book Outlet. Had to buy it. Then I got the first 2 books in the Books of Elsewhere series by Jacqueline West. This one's called The Shadows, and this one is called Spellbound. This series looks fantastic. The illustrations inside are really gothic and creepy, and I know this is going to be just the right series for me because I love creepy middle grade books. This was a very random buy for me, and that is a book in the Warriors series by Aaron Hunter. This one's called Long Shadows. I've been wanting to read the series for a while. I know the premise of the series sounds kind of cheesy, but something about it just makes me want to read it because I love cats.
I love cats. I love every kind of cat. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat.
Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. This book sounds crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. Tiger Eyes by Judy Blume. This is the brand new cover design, which I love. It's very simple and fresh, and I think it just really suits Judy Blume's style. I was so happy to finally find this book. This is Fearscape, which is book 3 in the Devouring trilogy. I read the first book about 2 years ago and have not been able for the life of me to find book 2 and 3. But here's book 3. It was only $3 for the hardcover. And then I just discovered that the second book is on Book Outlet for $6.99. So I'm going to buy that and finally finish this series. Then I picked up Red Glove by Holly Black, which is the sequel to White Cat. Carnival of Souls by Marissa Meyer. I love carnival books, so this was a given. Tilt by Ellen Hopkins. I have never read an Ellen Hopkins book, so I will be picking this up within the coming weeks. Next up is Sabriel by Garth Nix. This was my little brother's copy that he got at a library book sale. But this is a first edition copy, and I've been wanting to read this book really bad. And when I saw that he had this, I was like, you can have whatever you want, just please let me have this book. So I wound up making a trade with him, and I'm so happy because I can finally read this book, and I'm glad to have the first edition copy. Next up is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I saw the movie of this when it first came out a couple years ago, but I've never read the book, so I'm going to do that now. Cold Days by Jim Butcher. This is a book in the Dresden Files series. This is book like a gazillion and 9 or something like that. The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. I have been trying to collect Brandon Sanderson's books, and I was really lucky to find this for $4. White by Ted Dekker. This is book 3 in the Circle trilogy. And lastly, Ghost Story by Peter Straub. This is a first edition copy that I found at a used bookstore for $1. So bought it to replace my old mass market paperback. That is all for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it, and now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go attempt to take the thumbnail picture. Bye. I'm gonna tell you a story. Once, long ago, there was a time in which each and every single one of us between the ages of 7 and 12 were sent to this wonderful magical place called elementary school. And once a month, in this magical land, we were given scholastic book orders.